Hey, Four Powerful Ways to Change a Habit by Jim Rohn. I love Jim Rohn. If you don't look at Jim Rohn's or read his material, or he's got all kinds of YouTube videos and stuff, I would absolutely recommend. He was one of the greatest personal development, teachers of all time, and stuff's really as relevant today as it was, years and years ago when he recorded all this stuff or wrote it. He's a since passed, but his stuff is just timeless, and I think that anybody who's really serious about success should be looking at Jim Rohn's material. All right, no one understands as I do the inherent difficulty in changing old and persistent habits, but habits begin to change when we begin to change our perceptions. Most of us don't experience a cataclysmic transformation. No, for most of us, change comes as an evolutionary process of almost imperceptible changes. We just keep nudging ourselves in the right direction, forming one or two better habits. But what really makes us sit up and take notice? What really causes us to shed our old habits and take action? Disgust with ourselves, making a decision when our back's to the wall, desire that won't be extinguished, resolve to do or die. Emotions are the most powerful forces inside of us. Under the power of emotions, human beings can perform the most heroic as well as barbaric acts. To a great degree, civilization itself can be defined as the intelligent channeling of human emotion. Emotions are fuel, and the mind is a pilot, which together propel the ship of civilized progress. In this excerpt from the 7 Strategies for Wealth and Happiness, Jim Rohn describes 4 basic emotions that can trigger the most incredible activity. The day that you channel these emotions to fuel your desire is the day you'll turn your life around. Number 1, disgust. One does not usually equate the word disgust with positive action, and yet properly channeled, disgust can change a person's life. The person who feels disgusted has reached a point of no return. He or she is ready to throw down the gauntlet of life and say, I've had it. That's what I said after many humiliating experiences at age 25. I said, I don't want to live like this anymore. I've had it with being broke. I've had it with being embarrassed. I've had it with lying. Yes, productive feelings of disgust come when a person says, enough is enough. They've had it with mediocrity. They've had it with those awful, sick feelings of fear, pain, and humiliation. They decided they're not going to live like this anymore. Call it what you will. The I've had it day, the never again day, that's enough day, whatever you call it, it's powerful. There's nothing so life-changing and gut-wrenching and wrenching disgust. So are you at that level yet where you're just disgusted with where you are? You just want to change your life. You're tired of being broke. You're tired of living paycheck to paycheck. You're tired of having a boss tell you what you can and can't do. You're tired of being limited by your income. You can't travel you want to travel. You can't live in the home you want to live in. You can't drive a car you want to drive. You can't put your kids in the schools you want to put. I mean, you can't take care of your elderly parents. You can't, right? Can't. Are you disgusted with that? Well, if you are, use that disgust to change your life. Number 2, decision. Most of us need to be pushed to the wall to make decisions. And once we reach this point, we have to deal with the conflicting emotions that come with making them. We have reached a fork in the road. Now this fork can be a 2-prong, 3-prong, or even a 4-prong fork. No wonder that decision making can create knots in our stomachs, keep us awake in the middle of the night, or make us break out in a cold sweat. Make life-changing decisions can be likened to the internal civil war. Conflicting armies of emotions, each with its own arsenal of reasons, battle each other for supremacy of our minds and our resulting decisions, whether bold or timid, well thought out or impulsive, can either set the course of action or blind it. I don't have much advice to give you about decision making except this. Whatever you do, don't camp at the fork in the road. Decide it's far better to make a wrong decision than to not make one at all. Each of us must confront our emotional turmoil and sort out our feelings. But decide. Make a decision. You can always make a new decision if the decision you made previously didn't work out. But start making decisions. All successful people are very good. They're very decisive. Desire. How does one gain desire? I don't think I can answer this directly because there are many ways, but I do know two things about desire. A, it comes from inside, not outside. B, it can be triggered by outside forces. Almost anything can trigger desire. It's a matter of timing as much as preparation. It might be a song that tugs at the heart. It might be a memorable sermon. It might be a movie, a conversation with a friend, or a confrontation with the enemy, or a bitter experience. Even a book or an article such as this one can trigger the inner mechanism that will make some people say, I want it now. Therefore, while searching for your hot button of pure raw desire, welcome into your life each positive experience. Don't erect a wall to protect you from experiencing life. The same wall that keeps out your disappointment also keeps out the sunlight of enriching experiences. So let life touch you. The next touch could be the one that turns your life around. Number 4, resolve. Resolve says, I will. These two words are among the most potent in the English language. I will. Benjamin Disraeli, the great British statesman, once said, nothing can resist a human will that will stake even its existence on the extent of its purpose. In other words, when someone's resolves to do or die, nothing can stop them. The mountain climber says, I will climb the mountain. They've told me it's too high, it's too far, it's too steep, it's too rocky, it's too difficult. But it's my mountain. I will climb it. You'll see me waving from the top, or you'll never see me, because unless I reach the peak, I'm not coming back. Who can argue with such resolve? When confronted with such iron-willed determination, I can see time, fate, and circumstance calling a hasty conference and deciding, we might as well let him have this dream. He said he's going to get there or die trying. The best definition for resolve I've ever heard came from a schoolgirl in Foster City, California, many years ago. I was lecturing about success to a group of bright kids at our junior high school. I asked, who can tell me what resolve means? Several hands went up. I did get some pretty good definitions, but the last one was the best. A shy girl from the back of the room got up and said, with quiet intensity, I think resolve means promising yourself you will never give up. That's it. That's the best definition I've ever heard. Promise yourself you'll never give up. Think about it. How long should a baby try to learn to walk? How long would you give the average baby before you say, that's it, you've had your chance? You say that's crazy. Of course it is. Any mother would say, my baby's going to keep trying until he or she learns how to walk. No wonder everyone walks. There's a vital lesson in this. Ask yourself, how long am I going to work to make my dreams come true? I suggest you answer, as long as it takes. That's what these 4 emotions are all about.